You don't have crucial resources. Seems like your head skill is going to be the target. Still has the passive, but it's not going to keep him alive for too long. Albert receives some help from Ivan. Goes back in, gets the knock up. Another taunt onto Aran. Spill Destruction connects. Albert just slams the sword down. But the damage finally present for TLID as Witty and Aran both find a kill. But now they got to deal with Reggie, who is to join the fight. So that's going to be Witty with the Raging Sandstorm. Spill Destruction does miss. Disintegration connects only on the one though. Aran trying to hold on. Steals the Lord somehow with the Inferno Pursuit. Fabian next on the chopping block, but Ivan realizes he can't fight this Aero Shiki. Will show up, gets the pin.
Okay, Paquito I haven't seen for quite a while. We're thinking about a damaged EXP laner, but Paquito, what do you feel about this? Picked up in the EXP. Will the rotation still be going to that EXP lane, making sure that Reggie has some kind of lead? And this time Albert is using a utility jungler. He's used it before just 2 or 3 days ago. So, I don't know, this time looking at draft, Evos Holy looks good. But if we say that and then they lose, we're not gonna say which draft looks good anymore.
then it really proves that sometimes even a good draft doesn't guarantee a win. Although you see this very early proxy from Reggie. It's not often that you see this. You see kind of the Paquito into that Forvis lineup. People would assume that by default Forvis should do just fine. But I think with Paquito, with the mobility you have, you are actually not ever too worried about having a Forvis sticking on top of you.
Yeah, right now, I feel like for TLID, they might have the mindset they don't want to speed up the game just a little bit because Matilda is strong, but not that strong until she gets Flash of the Oasis. So you have a timing here. Going up against a Paquito, going up against what's his name? Fredrin. Going up against Fredrin, going up against Paquito, going up against Matilda. They have a small window of time that you can kind of force fights a little bit because the Fredrin is good in the early game, but it's not like invincible. You can still take the Fredrin down in the early game.
Oh yeah. I would say that the wave clear from Reggie is definitely going to be faster than Aran. In fact, Aran once more goes for the wave proxy. Doesn't want to contest that lane pressure. Albert bringing his head skill down very low. Aran shows up. Still needs some XP to hit that level 4. In fact, Aran be gone on. Witty will show up to help a little bit. Terrify is the lead. Energy Eruption. Aran will be forced to flicker away. Witty gets stuck on. 2 of your frontliners down to less than 50.
Yeah, and right now Evos Holy is starting to control the mid lane, and by doing that, they're controlling the river as well. A lot of vision here for Evos Holy makes it so that they can actually get to their power spikes very, very comfortably here. And Fabian is nowhere close, so Team TLID is just trying to slow them down. But at this point, Evos Holy, if Ivan has a very good time getting his Flash of the Oasis, the Joy is going to be even more difficult to actually deal any kind of damage.
And even for Witty, it's not easy to stick onto Ivan. He can easily dash away with the Guiding Wind. All that damage that he has, it's not going to matter too much. So Reggie will be challenged by Aran once more. Easily knocks him back, so Aran cannot continue sticking onto him.
Yeah, I feel like once the War Axe has been built, it should be fine.
Oh, and Witty is not fine. First blooded, just controlled. Again, Albert getting the first blood, still going. This could be the moment that TLID feared the most. Big Appraisal's Wrath almost kills Fabian. And Reggie will go in and finish the job. Fabian is there. Another taunt onto Aran. Aran dies. Evos Holy. They got the train rolling pretty early.
You know, Husky, you do know that I hate predictions, right?
Yeah, I think it was a bad idea to follow mine. Now we are both wrong.
No,
I feel way ahead of us.
No, I feel like you had a good idea of what is gonna happen, and I'm just like, you know, I'll just follow Husky. What's the worst that can happen? And then this is what's happening here. Evos Holy is fully controlling the map here, and again, going against Witty, going against Aran. They found a secret sauce. They're like, oh, TLID is nothing without their front lines, man. Just deal with them, and then everything is gonna be Gucci. Everything is gonna be good. Albert is feeling comfortable here, and look at Reggie as well, just punching around all over the place.
They're gonna get some help from your head skill. A flicker into a frigid glacier. Reggie just dashes out of that. Really, what can you do about it, right? In fact, Evos Holy now ready to fight. You don't have crucial resources. Seems like your head skill is gonna be the target. Still has the passive, but it's not going to keep him alive for too long. Albert receives some help from Ivan. Goes back in, gets the knock up. Another taunt onto Aran. Spill Destruction connects. Albert just slams the sword down. But the damage finally present for TLID as Witty and Aran both find a kill. But now they got to deal with Reggie, who is just punching away. Finds a double for himself. Fabian might be next if he doesn't get out of there. Evos Holy actually ends up trading even.
Yeah, but I was so surprised. Aaron Shiki immediately died. I don't know if he died at the hands of like in the lane or after he flew up, but either way, Erline now has a free trade down the gold lane. This is not what you want. Oh, hold on. Fabian deals with Reggie. Reggie might actually get taken down here.
I actually died. That's champion stand. The shield. Fabian catches up. Another shield. Reggie living a lot longer than he should have. Still, Evos Holiday will sacrifice that and get a second turtle for himself.
Yeah, but overall, still, Evos Holy has very good control of the entire map at this point. And I would say this is now free reign for Evos Holy, because now you don't really have to focus too much on front lines anymore, because I feel like everyone has gotten their core items. Even the Flask of the Oasis has been built up by Ivan. So now you can start attacking different lanes. Maybe now you can actually attack Aaron Shiki, making sure that Aaron Shiki doesn't get his items, and destroy as many turrets as you can. Like, the more turrets gets taken down, the more area of jungle that you're able to control, and more jungle that you control, the less that Fabian actually gets to play the game. So Evos Holy, I feel like the early game is so good at this point that they're able to play this a little bit more freestyle. They're not super rigid on having just one single target rotation.
And the item timing for Albert also on point. Just he went for the Steel Leg Fist and instantly got a Radiant Armor. Reggie will get the top tier 1. Try and get out from this. Aran and Fabian will slay him. Bottom side though, Aaron Shiki is going to have a bit of a hard time against Erlan, who almost takes him out. But with Albert arriving, Aaron Shiki tries to get out as much as he can, but not able to complete it. At the end, Witty eats the Great Sword and 2 for Evos Holy down bot.
Yeah, and this is where we see where they understand that their lead is so good, they don't have to go for the EXP anymore. They can just let Reggie do it by himself. And like immediately you see them going for the gold lane, get the gold laner, get Weedy as well, because Weedy is there, so why not? And then get the turret. Because we can see that Evos Holy, after getting a few kills in the early game, they went for the side lanes turrets. And this is good when you're controlling neutral objectives like the turtle and the lord. It's good for you to get... Oh, but hold on. They want to fight against Aran. Aran has to flicker out. Aran, very, very low HP. And just with that, the turtle is more or less in their position. Even if TLID wants to contest for this, they got to trade some lives for it.
Even Yehescu had to flicker just because Albert showed up. They had to use a retribution to force a reaction. So in that case, Fabian will have to kind of choose his timing. Albert, though, very confident. He is 2 levels behind Fabian. Fabian has been power farming as much as Evos Holy has been taking these fights. In fact, they can abandon the turtle. So Fabian will go for the objective as Evos Holy goes for the kill. They get rid of Yehescu at the cost of the turtle.
Yeah, but now they can get this mid lane because Aran is going to take his time to actually clear the lane, so Erlan can actually go for it. And now Weedy gets taken down again. So TLID, very good decision making here, trading the turtle for a kill, and then the mid lane, and then another kill, and now Fabian has to get out of here.
Tries to fight Erlan, needs some help. The Kolo just not enough. Fabian with a big solo kill. Now going on Ivan, who has to flicker away. Fabian stealing the buff, taking a tier 2 individual performance to get Liquid ID back.
This is a moment where Fabian's just like, fine, I'll do it myself. I'll get the farm. And then they try to fight me, and then I'm just gonna kill them. This is what we expected from game number 1, where the Joy can deal with the Harif. But yeah, I didn't thought that he had enough items. But yeah, 3, 1, and 2. Looks like he's in a very good spot. As long as Reggie as well as Albert is not around, he can deal with the Harif.
Both side lanes now exposed. Tier 2s taken down on the side of Evos. Get the taunt onto Yehescu. He is gone. Nothing much that you can do as an Aurora. 5 seconds away from his flicker. But again, Evos Holy now has something that they need to deal with, which is the constant push and pull of the side waves. You think that having a Matilda allows you to traverse the map faster, but Liquid ID has always been a step ahead of that.
Yeah, number 1, perhaps they understand where the priority lies for Evos Holy. The other one is Aaron Shiki is really just hyper focusing on the farm. He's not rotating much. He doesn't throw out the Spear of Destruction much anymore. He's just staying in the bottom lane, getting as much farm as he can, and then just keep on pushing, keep on pushing, keep on pushing. Weedy is the one that's able to keep up with a Matilda roaming around, and he sacrificed his life quite a few times, but he's able to kind of bait himself against Evos Holy to just go for him and not going for the side lanes. And because of that, Aaron Shiki is able to get some farm, and Fabian is taking the top lane farm away from Aran.
The Wishing Lantern done for Deposit. So this is the first Lord fight, still very even for both teams. Widdy having a way better game than game 1. At least this game he was able to make a bit of impact with this TLID. And then I think the advantage if bottom lane, yeah, can try. Woof, Ereshiki gets out of that. In fact, Reggie almost ends up going down if not for the help of Ivan. But the advantage of having a Fredrin is just you can do a Lord Dance forever.
Yep, and because of that, TLID, they're trying to win on macro when it comes to the side lanes because we see Fabian as well as Aaron Shiki basically forcing Evos Holy to go for this Lord right now. If not, your turret is gonna get taken down. And because the Lord got resetted, this is good. Look at Evos Holy. They have to back off. They have to deal with the side wave. So TLID, they're not fighting muscle for muscle here. They understand that Evos Holy, this kind of composition is very hard to burst down. So what they can do is use their mobility to control the side waves. And Weedy is able to get out of there.
Able to flicker away, so no Appraisal Scrap, no Eternal Guard, and no Circling Eagle. One of the big ultimates used. Aaron Shiki still hiding in that bush. He's going to be able to shove at the bottom wave instantly and still have a chance to join the fight. So that's going to be Widdy with the Raging Sandstorm. Spirit of Destruction does miss. Vision Glacier connects only on the one though. Aran trying to hold on, steals the Lord somehow with the Infernal Pursuit. Fabian next on the chopping block, but Ivan realizes he can't fight this. Aaron Shiki will show up, gets the pin on the Ivan, and Fabian goes for it. Deposit trying to run away. Aaron Shiki doesn't get the takedown, but Widdy has done more than enough. Mid tier 1 goes down. TLID with a swift recovery. Orla just outplays Fabian as he dances around him, but Fabian still survives.
This is a very good game where now TLID, they have the items, so they're like, okay, you want to fight? Let's go, bro. Like, they actually go for the fight. I would say Aran getting that Lord is definitely game-changing for TLID. Now they can have control of the map again. But yeah, Evos Holy, if somehow Ivan dies, if somehow Albert gets taken care of, we can see that Fabian and Aaron Shiki, with no hesitation, goes forward and tries to get a kill. And it looks like Fabian is able to get Reggie there.
That's not good. It's just unlucky. This Paquito pick not starting to lose efficiency a little bit. They did take care of the Lord. I think they should be able to keep the inhibitors alive, which is going to be a silver lining for Evos Holy. But even then, it's not too big of a goal lead for Liquid ID, right? Just measly 1k.
Yeah. Right now, I would say it's very 50-50 for both teams because it really is about who gets taken down first. Because for TLID, unfortunately, it does feel like Ezekiel is really not having a good time because for him to actually deal the crowd control, he needs to be close enough. But whenever he's close enough, the Vixana outranges the Aurora, and whoever even gets caught, Ivan can just pull away with the guiding wind. So TLID, Ezekiel is having a more difficult time actually contributing into the fight compared to the rest of the team. Fabian is having a good time. It's really about TLID. Somehow, some way, takes out Ivan first. Ivan gets taken care of, Albert gets taken care of, everyone is easy pickings. But this is showing that TLID, they're very strong in their decision making because they try to split up the fight, which I really like, where game number 1, Evos Holy won off because of priority rotation, and TLID understanding the win condition of Evos Holy and try to deny them of that win condition.
So I mean, this has already exceeded a lot of my expectations coming into this series. We had two very different approaches. Evos Holy, clearly this is a very comfortable draft for them. Aside from the Paquito, which I don't think I have seen in a long time, but the general idea is there. But Fabian, he is 6'1", 2. He is just massive. I don't really see anyone from Evos Holy that could stand up to him unless it's Erlan with the help of Ivan, and even then, it feels like a struggle. So mid lane priority is going to be a thing. Fabian constantly playing the side waves over and over again. The question is, how do you take the second lore? How do you contest if you're Evos Holy?
I feel like whether they like it or not, they gotta leave Reggie on the side lane. But that comes to the question, can Reggie actually win a 1v1 either with Fabian or Aaron Shiki? Because Fabian has shown that he can win that 1v1. Oh, look at this Reggie going up against Aaron Shiki.
He's gonna try Aaron Shiki.
Yeah.
He's outplay.
He can't.
Absolute outplay.
Yeah, that's Evo's holy trump card. They have to hope that Reggie can deal with Fabian and Aaron Shiki in the side lanes. But both Fabian and Aaron Shiki has shown if it's a 1v1, nah, I win. And that's why Evo's holy right now is having a hard time.
To be very honest with you, LaFell, I never thought that Reggie would had a chance to kill Aaron Shiki in that situation. It was ambitious, it felt ambitious, and it felt like it was necessary, but and they never had any expectation that it was going to work. So good try either way, TLID with the second lore of the game, and now really gonna start ballooning that lead that Evos Holy. It seems like it's getting harder and harder to catch back up to Liquid.
The thing is, that was a very good opportunity for Reggie because he was able to get onto Aaron Shiki's blind spot and then was able to deal the first damage, right? The first jab onto Aaron Shiki. But Aaron Shiki was able to react, and after that, it's like, yeah, that's it. If you can't kill me in one shot, you're not killing me, period. So that's a big problem right there. So Evos Holy, they start losing the neutral objective just because Fabian and Aaron Shiki is playing the side lane so well.
The moment your cooldown, your skill goes on cooldown is over. I mean, oh my goodness, Reggie! If I just barely touched him and he almost went down. Still have a lore to deal with top side. The wave definitely not in the most synced up position, but the siege from Liquid ID is going to be insane nonetheless. Lord on top side, mid wave is there, Erland is going to clear up that wave very quickly, but the Lord will take care of the first inhibitor and they're going to turn onto Reggie, who is all alone. Reggie just trying to stay alive. It's all about survival. Immortality is going to pop. Reggie comes back to life, but unfortunately they pin Ivan down and Ivan is gone for 40 seconds. Evos Holy, do they still want to fight this? Albert in the forefront realizes that Aaron Shiki hurts too much, so that's 2 hits for Liquid ID.
I don't know if this can be considered as poetic, but game number 1, Oran had a very rough game, and now game number 2, Evos Holy, Reggie is having a hard game. So it does look like for both teams, they're kind of winning off punishing the EXP laners here. And it looks like TLID, they're just gonna force it.
Looking for Erlan, Fabian, he's just running them down. Erlan somehow survives that. Fabian comes back to life, turns back around, kills off Deposit before he goes down. And Albert is not going to stay here for long, can't get the taunt off. Erlan is dead. Liquid ID finds the equalizer. It's 1-1. We're going to game 3.
Yep, TLID, this is what we were waiting for. Like, this is what we expected for game number 1. And this shows the strength of the coaching staff of TLID, understanding what happened in game number 1, and then changing up their playstyle just a little bit. In game number 2, again, it could be the coaching staff, it could be